Hey guys, welcome to Know, Madam.
I'm Bruce.
And Lawrence would have us believe that surrendering to the computer revolution is the natural progression of society. But Lawrence isn't here, and we've got evidence to the contrary.
That's right, we got Elyse instead, right, Elyse?
Hello, everyone.
Are the computers here to steal our anime waifus, spoil Game of Thrones, and discriminate us?
Possibly all of that. So Mohammad Khan, a college professor who happens to be Muslim American, was banned from signing up for Epic Games' upcoming Paragon beta.
Okay.
When Unreal Engine's filtering code searched his name in its database and identified him as a potentially dangerous person.
Seeing this, Khan ran his name through the specially designated nationals list maintained by the U.S. Office of Foreign Assets Control. He found that his name does match a financier for a Pakistani militant organization, but he, Mohammad Khan, regular dude from Florida, was not found.
So if Mohammad Khan isn't actually the individual associated with the militant organization, and even the Treasury Department knows it, why did Epic block him from registering, Elyse?
Well, Epic CEO Tim Sweeney actually addressed the issue in a back-and-forth Twitter correspondence with Khan, citing an overly broad filter related to U.S. trade restrictions as to why he experienced the sanction. Sweeney explained that Epic didn't create the filtration system they use, but rather host an external database and update it when the Treasury Department circulates a new list of foreign commerce restrictions.
Okay.
He also noted that the overly broad filter is a precaution related more so to the widespread commercial use of Unreal Engine 4 for projects beyond Epic's game production.
Right, so when someone is singled out for their name, gender, nationality, or the color of their skin, it's profiling. There's no way around it, and when human beings do it to one another, it's most often rooted in personal biases and discrimination. But when a computer does it, can we call it discrimination or profiling, or is it just bad code?
That's a big part of it, though. The database that Epic checks against is outsourced, meaning, as Sweeney said, it's performing very broad checks that can flag any name that might match another individual who is deemed undesirable, and Muhammad's one of the most popular names in the world.
Right, Tim Sweeney assured Khan that Epic will be reforming their filtering system, fixing blocking based solely on name, and instead will look at a combination of names and billing addresses.
We're curious how this will work for betas, though, since Tim says that this filtering will likely occur by matching name and billing addresses at purchase time, which doesn't sound like it would apply to a free beta.
Oh yeah, that's kind of interesting. So if we rewind here, why would a company like Epic Games filter the users that are accessing their product? I mean, it's just video games, right, Elyse?
Yeah, I mean, well, when it comes down to it, though, it is the law. The Office of Foreign Assets Control prohibits transactions between U.S. citizens and individuals, groups, and entities such as terrorists and narcotics traffickers. They don't want us associating with these ne'er-do-wellers. Economic and trade regulations and sanctions are a big deal, and they affect not just a company like Epic, but even the smallest of companies selling the most insignificant of materials. So, like, you're selling, like, dildos, you know, you're gonna have a bad time.
Muhammad Khan can't buy dildos?
Terrorists need dildos too.
No dildos for the terrorists, Joel, I'm sorry.
What?
By the way, we're not saying Muhammad Khan's a terrorist, just so everybody's aware.
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
Yeah, just wants a dildo.
Well, the terrorist version of him is.
Oh yeah,
Right?
no,
Isn't that the problem?
there's
He's
a-
trying to
listen
found
here.
some other terrorist named Muhammad Khan.
Right.
there's a terrorist version of James Willems though, and a
Yo,
terrorist version
yeah.
of Bruce Greene.
I bet he has a mustache. Yeah, that's creepy. Moreover, we live in an age where technology has become extremely powerful and widespread, and certain encryption technologies are difficult to monitor and control, therefore making them difficult to regulate.
Yeah, terrorist individuals and organizations use technology to subvert authorities and conduct their affairs. Don't get us wrong, we're all in a long-standing debate as to whether the NSA and other agencies are invading our privacy, and that's an important discussion to have. We're just not having that discussion right now.
No, let's do that.
No, let's not do that. I don't want to do that.
You might remember when, after the Paris attacks, Belgium's deputy prime minister referenced, quote, the guy behind his computer as a threat to national and global security, even referencing the, quote, most difficult communication between terrorists via PlayStation 4.
Yeah, he was sort of talking out of his ass, but sort of not. Sony released a statement emphasizing that many other devices are susceptible to this kind of abuse, not just the PS4, and they were right.
Not my Vita.
The kids are WhatsApping and Snapchatting and Crapchat and God knows what. Regardless, the potential for corrupt, dangerous activity does exist, which is why these companies have a responsibility to report suspicious activity, not just morally, but legally too.
But when individuals are wrongly profiled, even due to computer error, it still leaves a little bit of a bad taste, right, Elyse?
Yeah, Mohammad Khan told The Interceptor that, quote, how you do compliance says a lot about your company. And he's not totally wrong, but when an extremely broad database is flagging any and every random thing, it's our responsibility to kind of take a step back and question whether there was actually an intent to discriminate or merely just flawed technology. And if the technology is flawed, is there an onus on the operatives, like Epic, to fix it?
You sound like Lawrence.
So what is the final takeaway here? It's tough to say since this is an extremely loaded issue, but we can establish that someone like Mohammad Khan deserves the same access, respect, and freedom from discrimination as the rest of us.
The terrorist from Pakistan?
No, the normal dude from Florida. Normal dude from Florida.
Confusing. Epic Games has a flawed code here, but they're pledging to make changes despite the limitations and flaws of detection software. And finally, well, we probably all need to sign up for that Play Paragon beta, right?
Yeah.
James can't though.
It's a new MOBA!
Well, James can't though because he's a terrorist.
Well, yeah.
Well,
that's-
no, the other James is.
Oh, the other James?
Mustache James.
Yeah, you
No,
said
but
you
I
were
can
the...
swap it on him. I'm gonna make them think he's the
Wait, we can't even
terrorist.
see you. You might have a mustache.
What if you shave?
You're behind camera.
Just uncheck that box that says terrorist.
Oh, that's easy.
Bad news, guys.
What's up?
Really bad news.
What?
I'm really, really fucking worried. I'm actually genuinely worried. I had Chipotle last night.
Oh.
And I had kind of diarrhea this morning.
So you think you might have food poisoning?
And I also dry heaved into the toilet. This is not a joke. So I'm hoping everything's gonna be okay. Even though lots of people have gotten norovirus from Chipotle.
Hey, when you double down on Chipotle, you make a commitment to the Chipotle cause. All right? And that cause is basically viruses and food poisoning.